Y'all, buckle up, because what unfolded in the last 24 hours feels less like a celebrity update and more like a live-streamed betrayal saga. 1 minute, boxing champion Claressa Shields is dazzling at her own movie screening, glowing like nothing could touch her. The very next day, the internet spins on its axis and drags her straight into a whirlwind of relationship chaos she never signed up for. And believe me, this is no longer just about boxing, it is a combustible triangle of love, loyalty, and public humiliation featuring Papoose, Remy Ma, and Claressa's own ex-fiancé, Tony Richardson. It all started with one seemingly innocent Instagram post. Papoose uploads a photo of Claressa and drops an artsy caption, "If the path is beauty, let us not ask where it leads." Sounds poetic, right? Except the comment section erupted within seconds. A fan slid in with a remark that cracked the digital air like lightning, "All she needed was someone like you to bring out her feminine side." What reads like a compliment at first is pure gasoline on a smoldering fire. Social media detectives instantly smelled a hidden meaning, because on the internet, nobody writes something like that without a secret intention. Before fans could even screenshot every angle, Tony Richardson, yes, the ex who once promised forever, decided to step back into the ring. Under his sly Facebook alias Tony Rich, he delivered a punchline that felt more like a bomb, "When I hit Remy Ma, do not be on my peanut," followed by mocking emojis. That single post, sarcastic and razor-sharp, spread like wildfire, hundreds of shares, nearly 1,000 comments, and a timeline that refused to stay quiet. This was no accident. The timing was so perfect it felt planned, like a chess move in a messy public game. But what stunned everyone even more was Claressa's own reaction. Instead of staying silent, she slid into the comments section and dropped a heart emoji, one tiny red symbol that screamed 1,000 complicated emotions. Fans grabbed their phones in disbelief. Why would she signal warmth to an ex who was publicly clowning a married man's wife? Was this nostalgia, shade, or something deeper that nobody has dared to name? Now the whispers turned into roars. Did Claressa ever truly move on from Tony? If this is how she behaves where everyone can see, what might be happening in private, away from the digital spotlight? The internet went full detective mode, piecing together every old photo, every caption, every hint of unfinished business. And as the theories multiplied, so did the tension. For those who think Tony is just some random ex, let us rewind. In late 2020, Claressa and Tony went public with their love story, and by 2022 she was flashing a diamond so bright it could blind the haters. Her caption at the time was pure declaration, "My man loves me. Got a fiancé." There was no ambiguity, she wanted the world to know this was not a casual fling. This was a commitment, a vow etched into social media forever. So when you fast forward to this exact moment, where a simple Instagram caption has snowballed into an all-out internet spectacle, you cannot help but wonder if old promises were never truly buried. Fans are now asking the brutal questions out loud: is this playful flirting, or a trail of breadcrumbs leading back to a love story that never really ended? And most chilling of all, if this is the drama happening in public, what heart-stopping secrets are still hiding in the shadows? Fast forward only a few months and Claressa Shields was not just hinting at love, she was documenting it like a public love story carved in digital stone. Picture it, anniversary photos glowing across her feed, Claressa pressed shoulder to shoulder with Tony Richardson, smiling as though he were the final chapter of every dream she ever had. By New Year's 2024, the two were still going strong. Claressa stepped into the night in a sparkling mini dress, and Tony, bold and unapologetic, was captured in photos with his hand claiming a handful of her peach. Her caption read like a toast to forever, "Another year I bring it in with my fiancé. 2024 be good to us." That is not casual dating. That is we are building a life energy. And she doubled down on that future in May of the same year. In front of thousands of fans and silent screenshot stalkers, Claressa announced that she and Tony had just sold their first property together. That is not situationship behavior. That is joint banking, next chapter behavior. So for the fans who watched every ring sparkle and every milestone unfold, seeing Claressa suddenly surface beside Papoose, and then laugh at Tony's messy Facebook jokes, felt like the ground shifting under their feet. The question slicing through every comment section was brutal and unavoidable: when did she actually end things with Tony? And the darker question no one could stop asking: did things with Papoose begin while she was still technically engaged? Because from the outside, the timing looks less like a clean break and more like a pivot, from fiancé to Papoose, with barely a breath in between. And Tony is not letting the past fade quietly. Instead, he is bold enough to troll her new man's wife out in the open, which only fuels speculation that unfinished business is still burning between him and Claressa. Fans are side-eyeing every move, every caption, every stray heart emoji like it is evidence in a trial. Meanwhile, Papoose strolls through this storm with the calm of a man who either knows everything or nothing at all. While Claressa's ex hurls shade and the internet ignites, Pap posts her photo on Instagram like he has just claimed a championship belt. That now infamous caption, "If the path is beauty, let us not ask where it leads," might sound poetic, but in the current climate it reads like either a love sonnet or a dangerous dare. Social media is practically screaming, "Papoose, do you even know what is happening around you?" And then there is Remy Ma, who refuses to sit quietly in the bleachers. Instead of ignoring the noise, she throws jabs sharp enough to cut through steel. This is the same Remy who allegedly mocked Claressa by saying she is not knocking anyone out, just like Papoose allegedly is not knocking her out either. That is not a random quip, that is a surgical strike. Screenshots of Remy's shade fly across X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram like wildfire, each share a fresh spark. So picture the triangle now. Papoose is trying to soft-launch Claressa on his page, Claressa is still dropping heart emojis on her ex's public jokes, and Remy is firing shade that could slice concrete. The internet is split wide open, unsure who to believe. Papoose's silence only deepens the fog. He has not clarified whether Claressa is officially his girlfriend, whether that poetic caption was a soft confirmation, or whether he is simply trolling Remy. And because of that silence, many believe Papoose has stepped into a fight he is not ready to finish. Claressa's past is not quietly fading into yesterday. Remy is not backing down. And Papoose stands in the middle like this entire chaos revolves around him, except, spoiler alert, it absolutely does not. This is no longer a love story. It is a showdown. A face-off between two women who are as brilliant as they are unyielding. And Claressa? She does not retreat. She turns the heat into a stage. She begins to speak in cryptic captions, the kind with double meanings that fans decode like hidden verses. She posts moody photos that whisper, unbothered, but pulse with adrenaline. In late-night live streams, she lets just enough truth slip to feed the fire, then signs off with a smile that does not quite reach her eyes. Every gesture is a move in a psychological chess game. The world watches, piecing together clues, while Remy Ma reads every post like it is a personal challenge. This is no ordinary celebrity spat, this is a playoff series played on the global stage. Meanwhile, Remy Ma proves once again that she is no stranger to psychological warfare. If Claressa Shields posts a photo draped in black, Remy counters with a blinding white selfie that feels like a clap of thunder. When Claressa pens a hopeful note about healing and moving on, Remy drops a razor-edged bar about fake friends and paper-thin loyalty. The internet turns every upload into a duel. Fans stitch their posts side by side, breaking them down frame by frame, like a rap battle in slow motion. Memes multiply faster than rumors. Old interviews resurface like ghosts. Overnight, timelines transform into war rooms where every emoji is evidence and every timestamp a clue. It is no longer gossip, it is a digital sport, with millions keeping score as if this is the Super Bowl of subliminal shade. Papoose, for his part, doubles down on his dangerous quiet. No interviews. No press statements. Only the occasional cryptic photo, sometimes a plate of food, sometimes a crimson sunset, once even a locked door with no caption at all. Each post becomes a national puzzle. Fans zoom in on every shadow, every reflection, desperate to know if he is hiding heartbreak or hiding in plain sight. Some say Papoose is playing 4D chess, letting the women throw lyrical punches while he quietly wins. Others think he has lost the script entirely, a heavyweight champ in love who forgot which round he is in. Either way, the mystery fuels the frenzy, and every silence sounds louder than a confession. And then there is Tony Richardson, Claressa's ex, who seems to be having the time of his life. While everyone else spins in speculation, Tony runs what feels like a greatest hits tour of their relationship. He drops one-liners that cut deep and posts old photos of laughter-filled nights, each one a silent reminder that he was there first. One day it is a screenshot of their private texts, the next a playlist full of songs about second chances and unfinished love stories. Nobody knows if he is trying to win her back or simply pour gasoline on the fire, but either way, he makes sure the world never forgets his fingerprints on Claressa's past. This drama unfolds in real time, with each hour carrying a new twist. One day Claressa is spotted liking a motivational quote about second chances. The next, Remy unleashes a video layered with lyrics that sound like a direct threat. Papoose posts an ominous shot of boxing gloves on the floor, captioned, "Practice makes perfect," and the internet explodes. Is he training for a comeback in the ring, or preparing for a comeback in his marriage? Nobody knows, and that uncertainty is exactly why millions cannot look away. The chaos only deepens as friends of friends leak conflicting stories to hungry blogs. One anonymous insider swears that Claressa and Papoose are just having fun. Another insists they are planning something serious. Yet another claims Remy has already moved on privately but wants to settle old scores in public. The contradictions are so sharp that fans start whispering about scripting, wondering if real life and reality TV have finally merged into one endless, monetized spectacle. Through it all, Claressa refuses to play by anyone else's rules. Instead of angry rants, she lets her energy speak. One day she switches her hair color without warning. Another day she changes her Instagram bio. Sometimes she unfollows Papoose in the morning and refollows him by nightfall. Each flick of her finger sends blogs into meltdown mode. Was it deliberate? Was it accidental? Is she playing hard to get, or simply hard to read? And every time she makes a move, Tony is right there in the shadows, sliding into comment sections with laughing emojis, the ghost of a love that refuses to stay buried. Remy Ma, a battle-tested wordsmith, knows how to keep the upper hand. She does not limit her shade to social media. She brings it to the stage. At a recent performance, she dropped a freestyle that fans swear carried hidden shots at Claressa's fashion sense, love life, and even her choice of captions. Audience members recorded every second, and within hours the clip burned across every major blog and gossip channel. Remy has not confirmed the freestyle was aimed at Claressa, but she has not denied it either. And in the theater of celebrity warfare, silence often hits harder than any spoken word. Claressa knows it. The world knows it. And the story, like a relentless beat, keeps going. And Papoose? Still the king of sunsets and silence. For weeks he offered only warm skies and locked doors to a public starving for answers. Then, deep in the night when no one expected it, he finally broke pattern. One grainy, late-night selfie slid onto his feed with a single word, focus. Nothing more. But that one word hit like a cymbal crash in the middle of a quiet symphony. Was he focusing on music? On his marriage? On a brand new flame? The mystery devoured the internet. Screenshots flew. Fan polls popped up within minutes. Focus on what? Focus on whom? A single word turned into a national guessing game, proof that even Papoose silence had the power to dominate a news cycle. By now, this was no longer a love triangle. It had become a cultural spectacle about loyalty, pride, and the brutal cost of loving in public. Every fan theory morphed into a headline. Every casual side-eye became a screenshot on a gossip page. People who had never cared about Papoose or Claressa were suddenly timeline scholars, mapping out overlapping outfits, zooming in on manicure dates, even matching the reflection in wine glasses to hidden meetups. The entire internet was running its own detective agency. Sensing the fever, Claressa Shields sharpened her own digital presence. Her late-night posts turned into carefully aimed darts, long reflections about choosing peace, trusting timing, and learning who really rides for you. Each one ended with a soft heart or a gentle emoji, sugar on a razor blade. Fans felt every syllable was a veiled shot, at Papoose, at Tony, at Remy, or maybe at all of them at once. Vulnerability wrapped in provocation, it was irresistible content. But Remy Ma? She remained unshaken. During a charity event, when asked about forgiveness, she smirked and dropped a line that felt like it came straight from a battle track. I forgive, but I do not forget. And I definitely do not stay quiet. The audience erupted, phones flashing like paparazzi lightning. Hours later, Claressa struck back without a single word, posting a fierce image of a roaring lion. No caption. No explanation. Just a silent roar that reignited the rumor mill at full speed. Even Papoose inner circle started playing accidental chess. Friends quietly unfollowed and refollowed Claressa, each tiny click dissected like it held state secrets. Old collaborators fired off cryptic tweets about men who do not protect their queens and women who confuse attention with affection. DJs joined the spectacle, remixing tracks with samples of the trio's most infamous quotes, turning heartache into dance floor fuel. What had started as a messy love story now pulsed like a global playlist. Podcasts dedicated entire episodes to unraveling timelines. YouTube analysts produced hour-long breakdowns. Relationship coaches framed it as a live case study on modern love under surveillance. Everyone had a theory. Some crowned Claressa a woman reclaiming her power. Others insisted Papoose was a quiet mastermind orchestrating chaos. A few whispered that Remy was staging the whole drama as a publicity prelude to her next big project. Truth and entertainment blurred until nobody could tell them apart. Through all of it, Tony Richardson stayed delightfully disruptive. He leaked an unseen vacation clip of the two of them laughing on a beach at sunset. He reposted an old text about forever, cropped just enough to protect privacy but clear enough to stir memories. He even dropped a lyric about the one that got away, tagging no one but letting the world draw its own conclusions. Claressa never addressed it directly, but the next day she appeared in an Instagram story wearing a necklace he once gave her. Coincidence? No one online thought so. Then came the flashpoint nobody saw coming. Out of nowhere, Claressa fired off a tweet that detonated like a starter pistol. Claressa Shields versus at Real Remy Ma February 2nd. Come get you behind hooped. Crash out. Within minutes, screenshots of the tweet were everywhere, blogs, fan pages, meme accounts built for chaos. And just as quickly, she deleted it. But the internet never forgets. The tweet spread like digital wildfire, fanning every rumor that had been simmering for months. This challenge did not appear from thin air. Remy had already been mocking Claressa's so-called lack of knockouts in the ring, taking sly digs in interviews and joking she was all talk, no KO. So when Claressa effectively called for a celebrity boxing match, it felt less like an impulsive tweet and more like a declaration of war. Fans snapped into full detective mode. Was this about Papoose? Or were these two powerhouse women really ready to throw hands in real life? Comment threads became crime boards. Old interviews were dug up. Every like, every heart, every shared lyric became a breadcrumb in an ever-expanding mystery. Instead of pulling back, Claressa doubled down. On Instagram she posted a video strutting through New York streets, hair flawless and smile sharp as a blade. The caption? Outside in these New York streets, call me. No coy winks. No careful disclaimers. A direct taunt, a challenge glittering like neon. It was the kind of move that says, I am in your backyard, and I dare you to answer. The internet lives for exactly this kind of messy, girl-on-girl showdown, and this one has become a digital carnival. Memes of flashing boxing gloves flood timelines. Fans design fake neon posters reading Remy vs. Claressa, as if the fight is already booked. TikTokers perform dramatic reenactments of the now-deleted tweet, acting out every word like Shakespearean villains. Twitter spaces fill with late-night debates over who would actually win if fists replaced words. Old video clips of each woman's hardest punches and fiercest rap battles get stitched together like pre-fight hype reels. In a world where one viral spark can turn into a pay-per-view spectacle, it suddenly feels as if the impossible is one trending hashtag away from becoming real. Then, when the chaos is already electric, Easy the block captain steps onto the stage. Yes, that Easy, the battle rapper whose name has been tangled with Remy Ma's ever since whispers of their creative partnership began last year. For months he watched quietly while blogs devoured every rumor. But now, sensing the spotlight's pull, he fires up a live stream and looks straight into the camera. With a half-smile, he tells Papoose to unblock him and laughs off the rumor that Papoose had knocked him out. Papoose never laid a hand on me, Easy declares, daring the world to challenge him. And then comes the bombshell that sends comment sections into collective whiplash. Easy claims Papoose knew about his little situationship with Remy for 2 full years. 2 years. That single detail detonates like a flash grenade. Fans rewind old award show footage, examining every stiff smile and awkward glance between Papoose and Remy. Others comb through Papoose Instagram archives, treating every poetic caption and carefully posed photo like evidence of a secret double life. So Papoose been letting this simmer for 2 years while still posting Claressa like a trophy, one fan writes. That is beyond embarrassing. With that revelation, the story stops being mere celebrity